Hey guys, Levelcap here, and today I'm playing the For Honor Beta. This guy just beat me in round 1 of 5. It's a 1v1. I'm going to try and take him down. We're both playing the sort of faster attack classes that are supposedly better at 1v1 combat, and this guy's pretty darn good. He's really aggressive with his attacks, but he never lets himself get low on stamina, which is the sign of somebody who understands the stamina system. I'm getting my butt kicked here. Let's see if we can lure him over to the cliff here, because I don't think I'm going to win this any other way. Come on, come on. Yes, yes. Oh, man. And that's how you cheat somebody out of a win. So that ties up the score. It's 1-1. I got to make this win here. I just have to show him that I'm better. He's really freaking fast and aggressive, though. Perfect block, perfect block. Okay, blocked one of those 5 attacks. I hate that move. I can't believe I'm alive right now. Come on. Is he low on stamina? He might be. No, I think he's okay. Oh, shit. I hate that freaking sidestep attack. The hard thing about this character is that she can't hold her blocks, so you have to time it, and if you don't time it perfectly, then you miss the block. So it's like an extra element of difficulty for playing this character defensively. Alright, if I lose this round, then it's GG. We don't go on to round 5. I'm going to concentrate a little bit better on timing my blocks. Maybe we can get him to run out of stamina here. There we go. Freaking sidestep. Oh, he countered my my bash. There we go, buddy. How's your sidestep working now? Get out of here. Alright, he's backing up. Let me get my stamina back. We're pretty much equal health right now. Whoever gets the next combo. Come on. Yes! Woo! It wasn't pretty, but I will take it. Alright, it's tied up. Whoever wins this one is going home with all the money. I really want to beat this guy. He's pretty good. Be aggressive, buddy. How do you like someone playing aggressive? Okay, just kidding, JK. I got higher health. Oh, now he's playing super passively. There we go. I learned your sidestep, buddy. I learned it. Come on. There we go. Oh, yes. I'm freaking pumped about that victory. That's probably one of the better players I've played. Alright, cutting away from the live comms a little bit. That gameplay was from the closed beta, and the open beta is starting on the 9th. I put a link in the video description so you can check it out for more information. That way you can check out the game for yourself and decide if it's right for you. I think the melee combat system in this game is absolutely phenomenal. On the surface, it's fairly straightforward, but it has a very, very deep learning curve to it. Every character has a lot of moves and combos and different things to learn about them, and not only learning your own character, but learning the enemy character will help you better defeat them. And I managed to kick that guy off of the cliff and quickly re-engage this other player here. This is a 2v2, so this player just took down my teammate and was coming up to basically stab me in the back, and I managed to kick that guy off the cliff at the perfect time and re-engage this person for the victory. 2v2 combat is pretty fun in For Honor because sometimes your teammate goes down right away and all of a sudden you're stuck in a 1v2 situation, which can be very difficult to win. And there's a really cool system in the game, the revenge system, that gives the one player a little bit of a fighting chance to try and come back and win that fight. Now, this is the first time I've had a good amount of time to actually focus and check out the PC controls for the game before I was playing on a PS4 controller, and it worked really well there, and I was a little bit skeptical as to whether or not the control scheme was going to transfer over well on PC, but I have to say it does, and it's very easy to use. In fact, I even tried plugging in my controller on the PC just to try and compare it to keyboard and mouse, and I ended up preferring keyboard and mouse overall, I felt that it made me a little bit quicker. Also, during this gameplay, I was playing at 1440p with the graphics set all the way up. The visuals are very impressive overall and has the expected customization options as you would expect from any PC title. It certainly doesn't feel like this game is a port by any means. And I know that's always a concern for PC players out there. Is this game just a bad port? But it seems like Ubisoft really took the time to make it optimize and run well for PC. They even have multi-monitor support. I think you can play with up to 5 monitors if you actually had a setup like that. Now, personally, I was having the most fun in the 1v1 and 2v2 game modes. I feel like they're more of a pure representation of individual skill, and that's always kind of appealed to me. But they also have a 4v4 Dominion game mode, which is more team-oriented and a little bit more big-scale tactics-based. And I had some really, really fun moments in that. I would say environmental kills can end up being more of a factor in the Dominion game mode, as there's a lot of different things going on with pits of fire, ladders you can climb, spikes on the wall that you can throw people into. So there's some pretty cool elements that you can start working into your combat. And here this player is climbing up the ladder. They're hoping I would probably climb behind them, but I'm going to basically slide down the ladder, knock that person off, and then go in for the kill. And there's a lot of cool things you can do, like even if you're at the top of the ladder and somebody's walking by, I think there's a move where you can actually grab their foot and pull them off. So on both sides of the table, there's counters and cool moves that you can do given what's around you in the environment. Now, I ended up playing the Peacekeeper quite a bit. She's the fastest knight character that you can play. And she's kind of like an assassin. She's got 2 blades. Again, her defensive moves are very limited and they're time oriented, so you have to be a bit more aggressive and then back away when you start to run low on stamina. So she's a bit faster, but designed more for a 1v1 combat scenario and doesn't perform quite as well when you're going into a big brawl situation. So you have to try and use her a bit more as an assassin. And one of the recommendations I was given when I started playing, and that I'll pass on to you guys because I think it works pretty well, is to maybe at the start try out a few different characters and then pick one and stick to it for a while, because the basic combat system is relatively simple and straightforward, but the advanced expanded combat system is pretty complicated, and just like any fighting game out there, it's going to take you quite a while to learn all the moves and combos and what your strengths and weaknesses are. And so sticking to one character will give you a better idea of how your character plays out more, and you'll just get better and better. And through playing your character more, you'll kind of learn about some of the strengths and weaknesses of the other characters that you go up against fighting, and that might give you an idea of a different character to try out once you feel more comfortable with what you're doing. And again, I will say the combat system is very deep and complex, so I could see you sticking to one character for a very long time and still not feeling like you have a true mastery over the combat system. There is that much to learn, counters to just about every move in the game. I mean, there's just so many freaking moves that I was still working with a very, very basic move set, and I'm sure when I get the moves down a bit better, I will learn some really, really cool counters and combos. One thing that I like about the Peacekeeper is that her attacks are very fast, so unless your opponent is extremely quick on the block, a lot of times your fast attack will get through. There's a quick attack and a heavy attack for pretty much every character in the game, and her quick attack is probably one of the faster ones in the game. So that can really start to throw people off their game when you start hitting them with a bunch of light quick attacks. Then you can start comboing some of the heavy attacks in there once their blocking algorithm is kind of off, or you sort of set them off of their focus. Then you can go in for the really damaging attacks. And there really is a very big difference between the combat style of each character in the game. Some of them have slower but very long range weapons, and that can kind of throw people off that you can hit them at such a far range, so closing the distance with them can be tricky. Other defensive characters with shields can block a lot of incoming attacks and are good at wearing down your stamina and also taking on multiple opponents at a time. So learning all the interesting nuances of the combat system and how to counter each character is such an interesting part of this game. Again, the open beta is out, so go check it out. There's a link in the video description. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap, signing out.